So, I am iCrease, and I have put myself in front of the camera once again. I'm kind of making a video of sorts to add, I guess, closure to this channel. I got my notes right here because I got a lot to say and I don't want to forget anything. So, it's been quite a while, and I really wanted to do a few things with this video. One, I wanted to check who's still out there. Two, I wanted to update everyone on where I'm at in my life. And third, I wanted to bring some closure and some finality to this channel, this outlet, if that's what it needs. I kind of was bored today and just thought I'd give it another shot. So I guess here goes nothing. So to kick it off, I'm just going to talk about myself. I'm just going to update anyone that's still out there watching, just to update people as to what I'm doing, how my life is going, and just what's up in general. I'm still collecting sneakers, still staying up on fashion as much as I can. It's still a very deep, ingrained passion of mine, and I don't see that going anywhere, which is a good thing. It wakes me up in the morning, and it's something that I think about every day, which is like super dorky, but it's me. It's what makes me me. So I've been buying what I like, and I'm really coming into my own, style-wise, and in general, that just feels good. I'm comfortable wearing whatever I want to wear. I don't really think about the conventions of where I live or what people think of me anymore. I kind of just wear what I want, and it seems relatively normal. Like, by no means am I some sort of avant-garde, out there, fashionista or anything like that. I like clothing. I like sneakers. I like the way in which I like studying the way in which humans present themselves, and that's just something that I enjoy. So it just feels good to be myself, I guess. And so I'm actually a second-year university student right now. I study political science at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, which is my home, state university. I'm from Omaha, but I go to school in Lincoln. And then over the summer, this summer, I'll be waiting tables, just putting in the work, doing my time, being a cog in the system, I guess, to get the money I need to just pursue life, I guess. I started this channel when I was a sophomore in high school. I was really young, as far as I was just young. I wasn't very mature. I think I was mature for my age, definitely, but I still wasn't as mature as I am now. So my tastes have changed, my creativity has changed, and I think the way that I present myself and the way that I carry myself is just a little bit more different. Definitely is more different. I never really had a void in my life that needed to be filled with internet creativity, with YouTube, with video making. It just became a little more time consuming than I had thought it would be, and it really overtook what little free time I had, because I thought I needed to occupy myself. At the time, I thought I needed to just be making something at all times, or making connections with people, but I've come to be more content with the day-to-day, just free time, I guess, just letting myself go. And I think that's truly where the dissonance between myself and my videos lies. I think that's why I stopped. It just it took too much time, and it was too time consuming for what it was. What I really wanted was to just make videos at my own leisure, but for some reason I wasn't. I was trying to do something consistent and something weekly, something, I tried to have updates on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, and I don't think that's really what I wanted. And I know that going forward, that I kind of just need to pace myself, excuse me. There were a number of factors that kept me from the continual consistency, and what made me hit a wall and just I just quit making videos for 3 years. There's a number of factors that went into that. Obviously, like I said, it was a lot of work, and I was like jeered and lampooned a lot. Not only like on the internet for just certain things that I've done, but mostly like in person. Still to this day, I still catch a lot of shit. Not a lot, occasional. Just, you know, making fun of me and just how weird I was and the fact that I had an internet personality. And I'm completely okay with that. I'm not like depressed about it or any way. Like, I knew going in that that was going to be something, but I guess I didn't anticipate how much it would actually affect me, in that like it did matter. Like the things that people were saying, like they did come into account. Like I didn't just ignore them, and people say that you have to just not care what anyone thinks, but that is impossible. It doesn't work like that. We're social creatures that desire the approval of others, and the world simply doesn't work that way. And then also the quality of my videos really like hit a wall. Like they weren't that good, and I didn't feel like I was improving them at a considerable rate to continue forward. So I really just gave up. I probably shouldn't have given up so hard just out of nowhere like that. I mean, I suppose there are some lost videos that just never got posted, both after my last video and before my last video. And then, of course, YouTube as a community has a bias against young content creators. I was very, very young when I did this. I looked younger even than I actually was. I was, how old was I? So I started when I was a sophomore. So that would mean I was 15, 14, 15, and 16 I think is when I was doing it. For like those ages, it was like 2012 to 2014, something like that. I might not have actually been 16 by the time I made my last video, but I looked like an 8th grader the whole time, like a 12-year-old. So YouTube has that bias. I just didn't grow up essentially like my voice and I guess the way I carry myself. I kind of did carry myself rather maturely, rather older than I looked, but it didn't match up. There was a disharmony, there was a dissonance between how high my voice was, between what I looked like, between how short I was, etc. Between how much I cussed. I was cussed like a sailor. I was just vulgar. So there's that. And then there's a bunch of other factors, but I'm not going to get into that. But all in all, I'm happy where I'm at. It's been 3 years since I made a video, and life's good. I've been enjoying myself, just doing my thing. Enough about, I guess, the past and the present. I'd like to talk about the future. So most importantly, this is really just like not at all the end of my creativity in any way, shape, or form. I like way too much value the place that it has in my life and my perspective to just let my mind wander and my desires wander without actually constructing something. I think that's very important, and it's contradictory to what I just said about free time, but I do understand the importance that you can't just totally allow yourself to let yourself go. Like you can't do that, and I'm a human that for some reason wants to leave some sort of mark on the past or a mark on the world. I think that's a basic human desire, but I think that I have strived to do so in much stranger and much more almost like dire ways, via YouTube, via the things that I've created, and just the weird different ways in which I try and separate myself from the crowd. So yeah, that's me, I guess. But you know, if the sentiment exists, I think that it is possible that I could continue to make videos on here. The sentiment within myself, or even within my community of viewers, if they're still out there. So like, for the love of God, if you want me to keep doing this, you need to say something. And if you have any questions of me, now would probably be the time to ask, because I don't anticipate there are a whole lot of people that are going to care enough to want me to continue to do this, and I'm completely comfortable with that. But who knows where the future will take me. Just know that I miss this for certain reasons, and I actually don't miss it for others. So I'm just really curious of the reception of this video, if there is any at all. As I'm getting older, I'm about 20. I'm about to be 20. I'm beginning to understand like the future value of leaving nothing left to be desired, and leaving everything on the field of life, so to speak. By no means am I old, but I think I'm beginning to understand what my values will be in the future, as I understand what they are in the present and how they've evolved in the past. So if I want to try something, I'm damn well going to. I am that type of person that just really experiments and tries everything that life throws at me, I guess. Leaving regret on the table later in life, I just think that would really suck, so I'm going to do my best to avoid that. And that's what this channel was and is, and that's why it exists, and it's why my creativity doesn't end here. It's long been a dream of mine to produce my own art, music, clothing, other things of the sort. So if you are at all interested, please stick with me. The clothing is coming first, and it'll happen when it does, but it should be soon. And I can assure you it'll be something that I'm personally really proud of, and hopefully something that at least a few people will be interested in. So follow me on Twitter at nebabotnodnarb. Follow me on Instagram at nebabotnodnarb. Email me if you want to email me, nebabotnodnarbmail@gmail.com. Hit me on Steam if you're trying to game, nebabotnodnarb. And if you want to like check out like what I'm listening to on like Spotify or SoundCloud, I'll link that up in the description. They're both probably nebabotnodnarb. I can't remember at the time, but it's probably nebabotnodnarb. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to anyone who ever watched these videos, for showing me that I can make things people want to see. Thank you to anyone who enjoyed or hated on them, for keeping my ego in check, both up and down. Thank you to Indeed317. Thank you to Avery Ginsberg, Gear Toward Gear. Thank you to Sticky213. Thank you to Mr. Fomer Simpson. Thank you to Jacob J. Keller, Always Fresh Apparel. Thank you to JJ Jumpman23, Joe Raveno. Thank you to GTFan712. Thank you to Dubstep Slap 415. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Mr. Crispy Coil, R.I.P. Jake. Thank you all those people specifically for inspiring me to do what I do. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel without you guys, and I'm glad I did what I did. Wasn't the best thing I ever did, wasn't my favorite thing I ever did, but I wouldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. Thank you to Fernando Rangel, Designer Clothes 21, and Brennan Seaman, Sneakerhead B, for being like personal friends of mine over the internet in this community. Thank you for that. I appreciate the fact that you guys were wanting to connect like that, and it was fun while it lasted. And most importantly, thank you to anyone that allowed these videos and my humble human self to affect you in any way, shape, or form. I know there's probably not a whole lot of you that were affected by these videos. Like, what does that mean, affected? It doesn't matter. Thank you. I enjoyed my time here. And yeah, in conclusion, I'm still alive. This isn't the end. And there's even a slight possibility it's not even the end for iCrease. So, if you're interested in where my life and my creative exploits are taking me, get at me on Twitter, Instagram, Steam, SoundCloud, Spotify, whatever. Other than that, thank you, and goodbye for now.